If you're a man, you don't cry about it. You take life, the ups and downs. If you're a real man, you never go down, you just stay up. That's why this sport coat costs $800 and that costs $200. And I don't know what that costs, I'd be ashamed to wear it. That's why I'm wearing lizard shoes and a Rolex watch.
Importing it, snorting it, any competition extorting it, anything I want affording it, got enough crack to get four to hit, turn a saint to a sinner, lose to a winner, whether old school or upbeat, getting my shit's the best, Rick's the best, have your heart beating right out your chest, that Ric Flair like, woo! That Ric Flair like, woo! This is all I do, I got that Ric Flair like, woo! Woo! Styling, profiling, that Ricky make a girl go, woo!
Yeah, let's do it now.
We should just start now. Yeah.
Well, you know how it starts, so it's really
You
whenever.
reached Goblin and Ogre.
I don't know why it's always going to make me laugh that you thought that was our big new thing.
Hey, it's
the big intro.
And we're losing listeners ever since we introduced it. Yeah.
Ever since we started doing it live,
Mm-hmm.
broadcast, Goy Radio.
Yeah, no, I saw that Dexter guy, Michael C. Hall. He's playing English.
Right.
And I was like, oh, I feel like English people probably hate that. Like if they're watching, because you probably can tell.
Probably.
But like all of The Wire was all like a bunch of English people, and nobody gives a shit.
It's funny, like when I see like English speaking guy, like or American English,
Yeah.
speaking like British English,
yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's so fucking easy, you know. But then when I see British
Doing
like, do American,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, that guy's talented for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I like Kevin Spacey's like fake
British.
It's like
British
a southern
accent.
bad guy way of talking.
No, like his real voice. Like
Oh, his actual-
I'm Kevin Spacey.
I'm Kevin Spacey. There's something bitchy and cat-like about it.
Did I send you that news story? He's completely broke now because he's like
He's fighting.
He raped a kid on Snapchat. And then a bunch of witnesses died in car accidents. But he's like broke now, so he had to sell his mansion, $3 million mansion, but he's refusing to leave. So someone's bought his mansion, and he's just like, I'm not leaving. But I thought that'd be a really funny.
He's squatting. He's using
pretty
squatters'
much,
rights.
Yeah, he's not.
Wow.
He's not leaving the.
It's like one of those
the
Indian
house.
tenants that you just can't get rid of. Somebody else buys the house.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
They bring the news crew to like shame him, but they're like, I don't know. She said it was okay and they're like, in an email. And
What
it's
a fun show though! Like living with Kevin.
living with. That's a bold idea.
You living with Kevin Spacey.
With a gay pedophile.
Lee, there's cocaine on the sink again.
And by sink I mean my lower back. We have
Lee,
Lewis
when you
Moulds, and we have
Oh
his
my
wife Shar on the
gosh.
podcast for the first time.
I've never been on this one.
No.
You've been on others, but not this one.
She has her own.
Not this
Oh,
one.
she has her own podcast.
It's
Yeah.
dormant.
Yeah, she only does her
Although,
own.
honestly, my bipolar ex-friend saw it and was like, I saw it. You interviewed somebody who I had a crush on for 10 years. And because I didn't want to be further contacted by demons, sorry. I just said nothing. And then the person was still doing the same stuff they're still doing, which is to say, I was on a pilot. You can watch it here if you want. And it's I just didn't engage. I'm like, I can't block on Facebook. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
But I just I just had to let it.
Wait, who is this woman who is...
I don't know who they were talking about. And I
Yeah.
assume they were talking about the original Pang Stars podcast where they were like, you're a good interviewer. You interviewed someone I had a crush on for 10
Right.
years. But I didn't even want to know who it was.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to engage too much.
With the bipolar person.
Yeah, and it's a person that that's really deep from my past, and that person's still doing the same stuff, and I'm different, so I can't engage with people like that. So and I'm not gonna block because that person might who knows what kind of spiral that
Yeah.
could
See,
be
if
that was
going on.
if that was
I
Lee,
just
he
ignored-
would do
Oh,
the exact
yeah.
opposite.
No, I know.
And
I
bring
would have
that
been
person into his life.
Yeah, I can't. So I
Do you
was
want to be
just
on the podcast?
demons can just smell, and they want to it's like a fly on poop. They're like, I saw you saw my story, and I was just like, oh no, I shouldn't.
They shouldn't have engaged.
Yeah.
I
Why
didn't
not the-
engage.
Well, she didn't engage.
I did a passive engagement, and someone called me out on it immediately.
So I watch a lot of crime documentaries or what, like where someone was killed, and then you find out like what led to it. And my fucking
You are a female. You like iced coffee.
yeah.
You're
Well-
cheating.
Iced
You have
coffee.
tits. This is terrible.
I like to wake up Saturday morning, have an iced coffee,
Get cozy.
watch the patriarchy get murdered on TV.
Oh my.
No, well, it is my girl who makes like
Okay,
she
yeah,
gets me to
that's
watching
fine.
it, but it's good. The latest one I watched was Worst Ex Ever, whatever. It's on Netflix. So fucking
It's
good.
fucking awesome. I
It's-
watched that
it's
shit.
so good.
I
That
watched
fucking-
it, man. They're all insane.
They're all insane, and this is where I was going to connect on the engaging thing.
Yeah.
Is even when you watch that thing, you realize you're like a fucking crazy person. It's not just that they're putting you in danger, but they'll kill like your fucking cousin or something.
exactly.
Someone they don't know.
Everyone's in trouble.
Everyone's
Yeah.
in danger.
Right.
Everyone you know. The second there's a crazy person in your life, everyone you know is in danger.
You see
Yeah,
that first
right.
one where that guy who kept beating up women, like beating up all his girlfriends, and like he's gonna kill some bitch one day, and the people he ends up killing are two old men.
Yes, yes. That bothered me
gosh.
so much because they kept talking
Oh
about
my-
the poor women.
Yeah.
and I'm
And it
like,
was- he
there's
didn't
two
even-
men murdered. There's barely mentioned.
elderly gentlemen who are taking care of the woman's dog.
All the women survived.
Oh
Two
my.
guys, an old man and his caretaker, are murdered in the home.
I was annoyed
and
by that.
It's a 5-minute aside.
I was like, why couldn't you
kill women?
I was like, why couldn't you at least kill the black girl? She was annoying. She deserves to get hit.
Oh, she was the prettiest one.
Yeah,
You know she was. The
She was
rest,
okay.
he was
Oh my
getting
gosh.
more monstrous in
Looking.
terms of his choices
Yeah.
of
Oh,
women.
Oh, they were getting.
as time. They were
he
getting
was like
uglier.
scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like,
because-
we know about him, and he's like, I gotta go for.
Yeah.
I gotta go a tier down now.
Yeah,
But it's so crazy to think that guy was like
Oh
a martial
my.
artist.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
and,
no.
and he chose to use his powers on women.
On women. I don't think he's the only martial artist
Yeah.
that uses powers on women.
Well, he's just like a trans guy at the Olympics.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna win.
That's the best
every
idea
time.
for a supervillain.
I'm gonna win
Like,
every time.
My power is I hit women.
Yeah.
No one else has the balls to. I'm called Big Man. You hit a woman. Oh, Big Man. It's a little lady. That'd be the villain name. Big Man. And he just beats up women until some guy comes and clobbers him. He's like, oh, shit, my weakness. Fighting another dude.
But you know what's the funny thing about like super villains and like comic books and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I saw somebody explain like why it's so fucking nonsense, and it's
Yeah.
because the Joker is like the most evil guy or whatever, but there's actual comic books where you can read where he's like he'll kill a rapist because he's not down with rape.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
And you're like, you're a fucking evil super
You're an evil
villain.
clown.
Oh,
Yeah.
but I'm against rape.
That's like fucking Dexter.
yeah.
He's just like a psychopathic murderer.
But
He's still going to hell, but he's
Yeah.
like, killing the bad people.
Yes,
You know, yeah.
but at least he's sold as an anti-hero. People were sold as legitimate supervillains. Apparently, none of them punch women in the face.
Yeah, I don't know.
In superhero
if you're
stuff.
a villain, I want Joker to be raping. Like, I want Joker to be the worst of the worst. I don't want you
Yeah.
to have.
Have you
humanity.
seen?
It only makes sense.
There's a Japanese. I think it was like a. They made it into a film. It was like a cartoon, comic book thing called Rape Man.
what?
What?
No, Rip Man.
No,
Rip
Yeah, you're
Man.
pronouncing it wrong.
Rip Man.
Rip
Man.
Ripper Man. So
Ripper
he's
Man.
called Rape Man. People like hire him
To rape.
to like rape.
What?
But like it's like a weirdly wholesome story because like the people that he rapes end up being
They
like,
deserve it.
well, they kind of turn their lives around.
Oh.
So it's like a brother or like a father's like, hey, you need to rape my daughter or sister. Because she's getting into
So
like
it's like a
feminism
hitman,
and
but
stuff.
instead of killing, he rapes.
Yeah.
That would suck to have a failing rape
I
business.
just-
Like no one's.
I
no
just
one's
caught
calling.
what he-
No one's emailing you on the dark web. Hey, I got
Failing
rent.
one.
I got rent to pay.
Everyone wants rape and this, rape and that. What about me, rapist boy? You search rape hitman. I'm not even first page of results.
Yeah. And then there's rape lady. She just attacks like her students in high school.
Do you guys know about the fucking the rape the word like what's the word workaround that people do on like YouTube and stuff so that your videos don't get
Oh,
like
essay.
What do they say?
They sexually assaulted SA.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
like
they
just
changed
somebody
the
who killed
SA.
themselves.
Yeah,
They
right,
go
they
changed
unalived.
rape to
Yeah, yeah.
grape. They just added
Oh, yeah,
grape,
yeah.
grape. So
Grape.
you say oh, he was accused of a grape, and
I love grapes. Like,
especially when you forcibly shove them in people's asses.
Grape sounds even worse because it's like grope
Yeah,
And rape.
and rape.
yeah.
Well, this squirrel has like a cookie or something.
Oh, man,
and he
fuck
just
these
hopped
squirrels.
into a
These-
bush.
Yo, squirrels are
he
the
had
fucking.
a big. He had
We're
a
trying
big
to grow stuff in this garden.
thing.
but
I
the
can't
squirrels,
grow that
they
much.
won't let us
I'm
eat.
trying. I'm trying.
There's
God willing. God
Look at all
willing.
these, look at these
God
nets
willing.
we've got to try
God
Yeah.
willing.
Yeah,
We'll
netting.
see, we'll
try and
see,
protect
see.
from
you
the
have to have like an
Cabbage.
electric shock to them, though.
Oh, I don't know.
Just get a BB
I'm
gun.
just trying. Or
Yeah, but I
dog.
can't be here all
People
day,
love
you know.
dogs.
That's true.
I can't keep an
You
eye on
can
the
be here
garden.
2 days a week.
I just sit out here with a gun.
Job
just
permitting, you
waiting.
can be here 2 days a week.
Yeah, you're becoming a real American. You're into baseball, love apple pie, and shooting varmints.
and
And
grilling,
God.
which we'll be
Grill
doing
God.
And God.
imminently.
Yeah. But no, you gotta. I hate those workarounds. Like, I get it. I get it. They don't want to. It's just there's that algorithm thing, and you can't say.
Yeah, you
certain
can't.
Things.
You can't fuck around with that.
But like,
This is why this podcast hasn't been a success yet.
no.
because-
We
Oh,
say.
true.
If you look back at our episodes, and this is not something I'm proud of. I'm just stating we say rape every episode.
How do you know that?
Because I edit like videos out of them.
Oh,
and
oh.
I
He's got the analytics.
Yeah, I've got the
Control F on the.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
I do a transcript of every episode.
Oh wow.
We use the word rape more than we do the word the. Sometimes we use rape as a the, as an interchangeable.
I was going to rape movies. Japanese,
Turn rape grill on.
Japanese shit is so. Some of it's so good, but some of it's is really weird. I remember I saw. They've turned it. I mean, it's like hentai, it's porn or whatever. But they have ones where it's like girls are just molested on a subway train, and that's like.
Yeah, that's real life though. That's like
That also, yes, it happens. It's based on real life.
And you heard of the rape of Nanking, right? Perpetrated all by Japanese people. I read some of that.
Against Chinese people.
the one thing is red.
I know. It shocked me. I was like,
I read
Are you gonna drop some knowledge?
Yeah.
You can expand on that. No, he's just gonna say
Japanese
Rape of
people are fucked up.
That's all I want to say. I mean, getting like a nuclear bomb dropped on you does that. Although to be honest,
Yeah,
I
true.
But they were fucked up before that.
yeah, they were, but I think nukes are pretty fake as well. I made some people really mad when I said that nukes were fake.
Who got mad? Who got mad?
When I was
At work?
when I was in
Did you do it at
when I
work?
was in Ireland with
With them.
Adam and Gavin,
and you said to them,
I was like, nukes are fake.
and then they were like,
What?
"What?"
I was like, yeah, nukes don't exist. Nukes are fake. Because it was kind of funny just to like put that out there,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
was like, have you ever seen a nuclear bomb go off?
Yeah,
I haven't.
Like if you look
They're
at,
not real.
but if you look at like,
I have.
if you look at Dresden, if you look at the old
Lee was
footage,
performing the other day, and I was like,
go
what
with that. I
is
hate you. All right.
No, I have a lot of questions about this.
If
Keep
you,
going.
If you look at the old footage, it's like stick houses. You know, like nuclear test footage from the 50s.
right,
Yeah.
right. Oh,
Like,
I
what?
know what you're talking about.
You see, like the buildings get blown apart like matchstick houses, but then what the fuck is the camera sitting in? What's filming this?
Wow.
What kind of
So
box is this
cool.
camera sitting in where you can get like a? And if you watch it, it
a-
looks terrifying. It
it's
looks
a
like
Fujifilm tripod.
yeah, but
Or,
I
like-
think it's
No, I know what you
interesting.
mean. Yeah. Like,
the
how
nuke
did they
thing-
film?
But is it like a zoom lens, like that was from afar and it
It's
zoomed?
one of these.
You know what I mean? Like, is that
How
it?
can you? How
the same
can
one
you
they film Lions with?
How can you set off nuclear bombs in the desert and not have the radiation like fuck up?
I don't know. I just
The
want to
whole-
believe in nuclear weapons.
Okay, but
I just want them to all
want it
go
to
off
be
at
real?
the same time.
But that's always the like existential threat. It's always like, oh, what if the nuclear
Yeah, yeah,
holocaust happens? And it's just like any like big thing they tell you to be afraid of, like climate change or COVID.
I'm more concerned about dormant, like giant sea creatures, like that the Bible talks about.
kaiju.
The Leviathan.
Back to
Yes.
the Japanese.
The Leviathan.
Yeah, just some giant
The-
prehistoric monster that's
The
going to
beasts
come and
that
eat
come
us.
up. Yeah. The beast from the sea.
That's
Exactly.
cool.
I'm not
Yes.
afraid of that though, because if it
You're
did
not?
happen, I would just think that's fucking.
more afraid of
that?
Awesome.
Interesting, yeah.
It's at least awesome. Like I don't want to die in like a fucking purge situation where everyone's turning on each other. That's like
That's
that's what's
bad.
really gonna happen.
Yeah.
But like, or like the sun burning.
Then
us
there'll be a
alive.
lot of grape going around.
Yeah.
Grape
I know.
is
I feel.
everywhere.
That's
I feel sorry for all the single women I know
all the single
that
ladies.
don't have men because you all are scarce.
That's right.
It's true.
Get a man, so they
men are
rape him
scarce.
first.
Especially
and that gives you enough time.
to get away or shoot someone in the head. Yeah, just shoot someone in the head when they're on your husband.
Run, honey, run.
Because your
I love you.
boyfriend would never do
Shut
that
up,
for you,
faggot.
but
Yeah.
your husband would take it for you.
That's right.
So ladies, get married. Don't get
We would all
divorced.
rather take a bullet to the chest than a fucking dick in the head.
You just start raping her first before. Sorry, this was taken. Oh, sorry. Rape is code.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna go on to that one.
We call it the
I'm so
greengrocer
sorry, sir.
code.
Oh my
Because we
God.
can't say the word rape, so we have to say greengrocer.
We should make like a fucking record-setting podcast where this episode we say rape the most. Out of any podcast that's ever talked about
Oh,
it,
no.
we are the ones that have said the word.
You complained about our numbers 2 days ago. This is your first idea back.
It's okay because the girl was there.
That's right.
That's true. That's
It's okay. She's here.
Yeah, that makes it
You
hot.
don't have to worry. You don't have to worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry. There's a lady here, so there's something about
there's
it
a lady
that's,
who's
that's
more
somewhat
racist than the
okay.
three of us combined.
That's true. I know it's true.
it's true for all Asian women.
It's,
Asians are the most
we were
putrid
we
racist
were
people
trained. We were
Yes.
trained. We don't smell bad. At worst, we smell
What?
like rice. The poor ones smell bad.
ever. Asians do have a scent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
There-
do.
there
It's
is
just
a
very,
scent to them.
Yeah, there's something.
I
but-
don't think I like it.
What do you
I
mean?
can't say it smells.
Ree,
like,
what
it's
you
just, I don't
mean,
like
Ree?
it.
It's like a weird, like if you smell a hospital, it's a very clean smell.
Something. I don't know
Yeah,
what
yeah.
it is.
There's an Asian smell.
Like black people have a smell. And I don't like it unless they're attractive. Unless it's a hot chick
Oh
that
my
smells like that.
gosh.
It's like cocoa
Oh
butter.
my god.
That depends on
Mm.
Africans would smell different, like than like black people in
BO,
the U.S. to black people in like the Caribbean. There's different smells. It's more regional. Smells are regional. You know.
Who's the best smelling type of black person?
I want to go like maybe like a New York.
Interesting.
Maybe no. I'm gonna
A black
go.
guy
I'm
from
gonna
New
go
York?
homegrown
Is that-
to
'Cause they're
some of my own people.
They're
West
fresh.
Indian.
West Indies.
West Indies cocoa butter is very, very, very popular. Like you
Okay,
think
yeah.
it's in the U.S., but way, way more popular over
Interesting.
there.
So
I
that's
guess
a
the ones that are in prison that are showering. Best smelling black guys on the planet.
Lee's talking shit, but you know who's a real smelly people?
Half of you.
We know.
Latin Americans
Those
too.
nasty Hindus.
Oh, you guys
okay.
are not good smelling,
Wow.
and you have
I don't
dry
know.
feet. I don't know why.
Ah.
Ashy ankles.
I'll
yeah,
show them right
ashy
now.
ankles.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'll show them right now.
Please
Oh,
don't.
gosh. No, please.
I'm being called out, man. My people,
No, we don't want
no.
to see them.
they're sweet. One second.
Oh no.
They're sweet.
Oh no.
Hey, check out these bitches out.
They're not ashy. I'll say that.
No, they're
No.
fine. And they're going to stay out now for the rest of the episode.
Please don't. Please don't.
Yeah.
This is supposed to be the barbecue episode.
So one foot off, one sock off. He's putting it.
Oh, no.
You wear shoes like this, dude.
He put his toes into that shoe like
Lee
a
was
ballerina.
He was like, yeah, I love the.
like it was so calm.
He was like, yeah, I love the trash in the background. It really,
What?
because I was like, oh, this looks really messy. But Lee was like, no, I like it.
Gives it more character. Yeah.
Who broke the window?
Nobody.
You or the
nobody.
neighbors?
Nobody. Mother
Nobody.
Nature.
Mother Na- oh,
No,
they
there's
just
no
happened.
such thing as
The
Mother Nature. It just
fluctuating-
broke.
You know what I mean? The the fluctuating weather.
the
satellite.
material, the poor material choice did it for itself.
Gotcha.
Yeah, because it heats
In
up
our
and
winter.
it cools down.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it's stupid.
They tried to accuse us of
How
of
dare
like
they?
smashing it, and I was like,
He's a
no
board
way.
member. It's not
You
gonna
can- You can
happen.
tell that it's not our.
No,
Our
we don't
side.
have
No,
anything.
that's what I was asking. Yeah. Okay, I did have a question about this nuclear
Yeah.
fucking.
I
So,
don't have
do you
all the
believe
facts on
that
this.
Hiroshima and Nagasaki happened?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, but you think it made regular bombs were used?
If you look at Dresden,
Footage.
this is the only like real thing I got. The Allied bombing of
Wait,
Dresden.
just in case I get
in
to cut this
Germany.
away from all the other comments, we're talking about Lewis does not believe that nuclear bombs exist. Just so I can cut this and it makes sense to people watching this. All right. So yeah, explain. I'm guessing controlled explosions is what you're saying. I don't. Go ahead.
No, I'm not
Go
saying
ahead.
it's like 9/11. I'm just saying there's
Yeah.
like the idea of a nuclear weapon that if you just press like a red button and everything gets destroyed.
Yeah.
I feel like that's fake, and I feel like you can.
Okay, so that's my question: is how did Nagasaki happen? Those were
Just with regular bombs,
right, but they put a bunch
Yeah.
of bombs in that city.
It was Gojira.
And-
No, they probably
set 'em
dropped
off.
the bombs. Like,
Oh,
if you look at Dresden, the Allied bombing of Germany,
It
that
was-
wasn't nuclear, but they
No, it's
completely
just a
destroyed that
carpet
city.
bombing.
So
Carpet
Except for the churches.
yeah. So you can.
I've been there, and the churches are intact.
that's because
for real?
God.
Yes,
Like
exactly.
the
No, it's
churches.
true. I think they said something like that.
Yeah.
There's a Catholic one and a Protestant one because it's Germany.
Yeah, wasn't there a thing too about like some city was like burned to the ground and the only thing that didn't burn was the church?
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
a few things
Or Bibles,
like, that.
like everything is
Yeah, like
destroyed and
Bibles
the
from
Bible
burning
is okay.
houses.
Yeah.
If you have a picture of a saint in a beehive, the bees won't make their hive over the picture of the saint. They'll
But
go around it.
But they put
won't.
like a picture of Lee or something. They'll make
They'll
it
go over it.
We should find this out. We should
Yeah.
test this.
Bee Lee.
unless we find out Lee's a saint.
Bees. Can you become a bee guy? Become
All
a
along he was a
beekeeper.
saint. He was testing us.
Lee the saint.
Lee's bees.
Lee's bees.
Like
Bees,
Bird's
bees.
Bees, but
Oh.
it's like a Latino. It's a Latino style
I would love to
beeswax
just.
company.
I would love to just ascend to heaven in front of all you.
Lee's
Pull my dick
But-
out and be like, bye.
No,
Lord, why not us?
Why?
No, if you have to ask, you don't. You just don't get it.
Lord.
You just don't get it.
Oh yeah.
Do you think if there's a real hell, there are like people with minor crime? You know, like how in prison back in the day, and even still now,
you in
there's
for?
like people who are in. Yeah, there's people who are in for like marijuana, like sales of like
No.
under a certain amount next to like murderers. Do you think in hell?
You'll have that.
Oh, like lower level.
Lower level,
sinners,
like you're next
yeah.
to Hitler, and you're like, "What did you do?" Or you're like, "I just kind of mean to my sister and my girlfriends and most of the women in my life. I wasn't like a nice guy." And
you're
in hell.
I did
what's the
stand up
limit?
comedy for a living.
Oh, artists! All the art. I think it was in
They're
a
all
movie
dead,
once.
yeah.
All the artists go
Art
this way.
is the same.
I helped produce a podcast with the most use of the word rape.
They have the Guinness World Record of mentions of.
Also, I'm my dad's Hindu, so that's why.
I've been
You're so
told.
fucked.
I've been told that.
Call back.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm into not believing. I've never heard that nuclear.
I just think it's an interesting one. It's like I think I might have heard this from someone else.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if you just look at the old footage, who's filming that? What
That-
box is it in?
That makes
the
sense
one,
to me.
Just the one thing, and it's just
Yeah.
one of these things that's like used as a constant fear. Like what if nuclear holocaust happens?
Yeah.
It's always just used as this like ultimatum of world war. Like they're going to press the buttons and they're going to, fire missiles at us. Then we fire missiles at them. And we'll all got like 4 minutes to say goodbye to everyone. And
Yeah.
it's like, I'm just like, fuck you. That's fake.
You know
That's
what?
so fake. It doesn't end like that. You don't get off that easy. It's going to end very slow. Everyone's living conditions are just going to get worse and worse and worse. There's not going to be a big explosion. People love the idea of everything ending in a big explosion. And they haven't got to answer for any of their like crimes. But no, you're not gonna die like that. You're gonna die slowly
Slowly, yeah.
with
Bubble
energy
tea.
drink and bubble tea.
Yeah, there's no big climax to
No.
that. There's no big orgasm.
No.
It's all edging.
It's just a series of edging.
Constant edging. Just let me
Oh, so
fucking
paradise.
die.
No, it's true. We're just gonna linger. Like,
It's gonna linger, man. It's
Yeah.
you're gonna get poorer and poorer.
Yeah.
There's gonna be more and more. You know what's flooding in the country.
Ants.
what I think is more possible is not like the world ending in some big explosion, but I think it's possible for particular cities that are cool and like nice places now.
Oh.
Like by the end of our lifetime, you look back and you're like, oh, that used to be a good city. Now it's like Detroit. You know what I mean? Like, because Detroit.
I mean, that's happening.
Yeah.
In every nice city that
That's
you can
true.
think of.
Kind of like New
Every
York
nice
is
city.
going
like,
underwater.
like you parked next to a
A homeless encampment.
Yeah. So
That's true.
It's happening everywhere. But it's really funny because if you walk on this road, if you keep walking on this road that way, you get to Bay Street area. You get to the nice like Maurice Van der Rohe buildings, all the banking stuff. No tents there. You just keep walking down this road.
they have to have
Shit
control.
changes. Shit
Yeah.
changes very quickly. So here, there's like select places where the degradation happens.
Right, but what I even see as possible is not just about like the slow, like this Toronto is becoming shit over time, but I also see it hitting a certain amount where people actually like riot and kill each other.
Yeah.
But that won't spread to like the rest of the country. But I think it could happen here, or it could happen in New York, or wherever. It could happen. That's where I think. So I don't see world ending, but I do see certain cities could like break out into like a fucking hell that won't end for a long time.
We're just going to be like Brazil. Everything's going to be Brazilified, where you have like very rich people, very poor people,
better asses, but
and there's no in between.
yeah.
So there's
there's favelas and
there's like mayhem on the streets. But if you're rich, you can have a private security, have a concierge,
Right.
so you'll be shielded from it. But
Mexico's a little like that too, right?
I've never
No.
been.
Yeah.
I've never been to Brazil either.
I just know there's a lot of rich Mexicans
yeah.
and then there's poor Mexicans.
Yes. Yes.
Richest man in the world is Mexican. Carlos Slim.
steel guy, right?
I don't know what he does, but I was surprised that
Mexican?
Really?
there's a Mexican
He's a
and his last
cartel.
name's Slim.
You know what's behind it.
Yeah.
We know what's behind that.
Yeah, I think he was a Hillary Clinton affiliated person, wasn't he? Doesn't
Yes.
he have Cemex? Isn't
Something like he's
Cemex is his company.
Yeah, he's just. I don't know. We're all really proud of him.
I love when he accepts it. It's just like, there's enough Mexican jokes that he goes, I'm Mexican.
You know what's fun
I get
though?
bullied in it.
Meeting Lee's Ecuadorian family and watching Argentina.
Oh yeah, that was a lot of
That
fun.
was sick.
Yeah.
Because like Matt from the club was wearing his Messi jersey, and he went to penalties, and then Messi missed his penalty.
Yeah.
That was a pretty fun trip.
That was a great one. The next one's Vegas.
So
Oh my goodness.
I heard
We're
about
going to
Vegas.
Las
I was
Vegas.
invited
Oh
on Vegas,
my.
but that's I won't be able to afford it. That's not happening. But
You can't go.
I can't go.
Oh.
Yeah. Not because like I can't. I just won't have the money. But I've been
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Vegas once already.
Yeah.
But I forgot that you're on the podcast. I need to hear more about the original trip. I need to hear. I still
Oh my
actually never
God.
released the video because the plan I was going to put it on like our
The video is so incriminating.
I was going to put it on our Patreon so that it's just like if people want to see it.
Yeah.
Like-
There's some nice shots in that, though, isn't there? Like, South
I will say
Beach?
as filming wise, I very much enjoyed it.
thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I
that
appreciate
video clip.
Lee,
Yes.
Lee
Yeah.
talking
Yes,
absolute shit
right.
to the taxi driver.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
right.
yeah.
On the way to the ballpark.
I guess. I don't know.
And you go on this.
All right.
Oh
I don't remember.
right. I
I'm gonna grab
remember
more beers.
seeing
I'll
it.
be back.
Yeah,
Oh
can you
no,
grab
he's
me one as
opening
well?
his other shoe.
Okay.
He's opening
What?
the other.
I know.
He's showing the other foot.
I have to take my shit off.
Yeah, you do in the Asian house.
With
You
leave
do.
the
That's
shoes
right.
on the other fungus.
He knows. He knows.
Fucking sour cream between his toes. So let's start at the start, which I think we've already discussed with Lee on the podcast. But the podcast that you guys did, what the plate sound couldn't have made more
What?
people angry
What?
during the
It
podcast.
was terrible.
My guess
it was,
is
it
was
made
so bad.
oh
Lee
it was so
was
bad.
prepping cocaine, but I'm not
Sonically.
positive.
It made me like
Yeah, let's say it was Lee.
I wanted to cry when I heard all of that.
No.
Yeah.
And like no, it's true. It like I wanted to cry when I heard it, and you don't know this, but he does. At key moments during that trip, like I was here, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I was just like, oh, I gotta pray for them, and like believe me,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was praying, and like they were fine, but
I wasn't
but I was
worried
definitely
about,
praying. No, I'm not really concerned, but
just
like
'cause Miami.
Yeah, like just whatever. And like there was just moments where I'm like, oh, I got to pray in the spirit praying.
Yeah. That the second I started hearing the clink,
No.
and I'll give it to you. You were the first one to mention this is probably bad to listen to.
I know.
And I think
Oh
legals.
my gosh.
I like when things are bad.
Yeah. I'm like he's my podcast partner.
He's just
Why is
the
our frequent-
Ecuadorian Joker. Like,
No, he doesn't know how to.
No,
things are
he's got it,
bad.
he's got
Actually,
it.
they're good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's so weird.
Huh?
He's walking.
I got roll up tobacco. No.
Lee,
Cheers.
do you smoke, Lee?
Nice and cold.
Are you a smoker?
I don't like buy them anymore. I just
You just mooch off of other
This
people.
is a serious patchwork jacket.
Yeah,
There's a lot
I
of.
complimented
It's
it
very
when
impressive.
it
Like
came
there's a
in.
lot of. Someone had to do a lot of sewing.
There was a lot of labor involved with this. I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. Wherever it came from.
Yeah, honestly, it was like that part of it was just kind of annoying because,
Yeah.
these two would talk about nothing other than getting
Stuff.
stuff
yeah.
loudly. Like, we're in the most bait place on earth. Like South Beach, Miami.
Oh my
You buy a
God.
Michelada, it's fucking $16 US. And they're just like talking loud, like where can we get? And this is two Spanish-speaking people as well. We're in
Matt speaks
Miami.
Spanish?
Oh yeah.
Matt speaks Spanish.
Oh yeah, he was in Colombia for a
Yeah,
while.
he always goes to
Spanish is better than
Colombia.
mine, yeah.
I was gonna ask.
These are two
Dante
Spanish-speaking gentlemen, and like, no offense to like the young scholars who are were just trying to
Oh
raise
my.
money for their their like disadvantaged school.
Education.
But if you're in Miami, just buy from Spanish-speaking people,
Right, so that's bait.
That's the logic.
Yeah. I get
Don't
that.
buy off the.
All right.
I don't know.
Let's start from the start. You guys decide you're going on this trip together. You fly into Miami.
Sounds like getting
What's-
cross-examined.
No. Let's talk the fun time. Like
I don't want to talk anymore.
Not until I have my lawyer first.
No. Okay, you can avoid certain subjects, but how was it when you first got there? How was the place or
Great.
whatever?
It was amazing. I had the best time ever.
Yeah, it was great.
Miami looks
we just
awesome.
enjoyed staying in this like sick place, just like chilling, not in a messy place. Not without Fabian. Not without. Without my wife. no weird big hairy dog. No wife yapping in my ear. Just a nice big space.
Big hair.
Chill out.
Her name is Shark.
No, I was talking about I was talking about Fabian's
Oh
dog.
my gosh.
sorry.
Actually, to be fair, we recorded the last podcast at their place.
Yeah.
Fabian had thoroughly cleaned up the whole place because you guys had someone like coming to check the smoke detectors
Sure,
or
yeah,
something like that. But what was hilarious is I knew fucking dumb Lee hadn't contributed to the cleaning at all because Lee walks into the place. He's like, "Hey, Fabian, the place looks pretty good." Like he's surprised. Like
I'm in Coburg a lot these days. I don't know.
You're in Coburg.
Yeah. I love being outside of the city.
It's nice.
Yeah.
I put my phone on its face and I just
Yeah.
ignore
Oh,
it.
it's great.
you're an
Yeah.
outside of the city guy. You should have been for besides the
Yeah.
like drinking and stuff. You can drink in small towns. That's all they do.
Oh, you can only drink there.
Yeah.
You can't enjoy drinking here in the city.
No, not unless it's like in that park, like next to all these fucking vagrants. Yeah. like-
You ruined it. I hate them.
Yeah, no, I hate them.
I
you
hate
take
them so much.
I like them in very small doses. Like that brings out more of their personality. There's like a smelly Pete or whatever. Great, but now there's like 400 smelly Petes everywhere, and then you go like it's like any other. Like there's too many Indians. Like I like ex-Indian. You know what I mean? He's cool. He talks shit. He's fun. But now they're everywhere, and now I realize I don't like Indian culture, and that's kind of like easy to swallow. But at the same time,
are there a lot of brown homeless people?
No.
well, they all turn brown.
They're tanned homeless. You're an Indian. Oh man, I'm on the streets. I just have that leather skin.
Yeah, there was some supremely there was some crazy leathery homeless guys in
Yeah.
Miami.
Oh wow.
Those
I bet.
homeless guys were like fried.
Oh my god.
Those guys were fried. It was
They're overcooked, man.
it was
so funny.
incredible.
Oh my
Like
God.
just you know,
Like, how the fuck are they
30
still alive? Like,
They just it's a miracle. I mean,
Living
those
in
guys
the
I kind of
swamp.
respect because it's such a hard place to. Because we
It's
had a
hot.
nice like place to stay, so we went
Yeah,
in and
yeah.
it was like you got blasted with beautiful AC,
Yeah.
and it was like if you didn't have that, fuck.
and the crazy ones, like the really cooked ones, are all
Yeah,
like, you're just kind
Oh,
of thinking
no.
about it, like. Think about what your brain feels like right now.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
the weather's not that bad right now. Your brain is still really warm because of the skull and the skin and the like.
Yeah.
Think about the heat that your brain is just getting now
It's
in
cooking.
Miami.
Yeah.
It's just like deep frying it.
They never
Yeah.
have a hat.
Right, so that's where
Aw.
that craziness comes from. It's because the brain is completely.
Like we went on that boat and that was hot. That
Yeah.
was, but we're only on it for a bit.
Matt wanted to ride that boat into a storm. We saw a storm coming.
We were so scared.
but neither one of us wanted to admit it.
I had to wait because we're like smoked weed. You're not really allowed to
Like-
smoke weed
Yeah, yeah.
there, but like
Oh.
I found a place. I found a place to get weed. I waited 5 hours.
It's not legal in Florida right now?
No,
No,
they have
okay.
this like weird THC Delta 9 shit, which is not THC. It's like some fake
Okay,
weed.
yeah.
So they don't actually have real weed there, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So we had this weed, and we went out on the boat, and we were like, "Oh, are we allowed to like smoke weed?"
Do you
And then
guys
we-
have someone driving the boat or Matt?
Yeah,
is-
Matt was
okay.
sailing the boat. It was
Okay.
a
That's the
sailboat.
coolest I've ever seen Matt.
Oh my god, he was
Yeah.
in his element.
It's not
Yeah.
like a,
It was legit.
it's not a
like-
high bar, but
No, but like Matt just like took charge of the boat. And he was
Yeah,
like
yeah,
steering
yeah.
and being like a captain and
dude.
shit.
yeah.
And we
Lewis
were
said
so
it.
scared that we had to suck up to him.
Lewis said it. He was just like, dude, I'm like, you're in your element.
Yeah,
like, this
yeah,
is
yeah.
exactly what you should be doing. And then Matt was just like, oh yeah, like, yeah, fuck. I mean, I should
Yeah,
get
man.
a boat and live on it. Like, he has all these plans now to like live on a boat.
Yeah, and speaking of being like sunburned, this is a guy who's of a pale complexion like mine.
Yeah.
Goes to Colombia very, very frequently, stays there for months on end, does not wear sunscreen. He's
right.
constantly red. We
Yeah, he's
first
very
saw
red. I
him.
saw his
He was
pic.
just a red man.
Oh.
And he's like he's fried from
He's gone gringo.
he's fried from that, but
He's also down for Vegas.
of course.
yeah.
Well, I assumed. I thought you said it was the three of you.
Yeah. Infald might come.
Oh,
with his wife, yeah.
But yeah, we smoked weed on this boat, and it was
Vince,
a bit
the
like
shark.
Oh, that's what you told me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shark.
I was
yeah.
sick. He's gonna come. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
like I'm trying to get a couple of people to come to Vegas with me.
Nice.
Be great.
But yeah, it was kind of I don't know. I felt a bit nervous, like high on the boat because
Yeah.
you're so vulnerable.
I guess. I mean, but I looked at the water and it wasn't even that deep. I can't swim.
Really?
But you can see,
Oh.
but you can see the bottom
You
of the
only
water.
swam the one time.
Oh yeah, true.
Like I could see the bottom of the water, so I
Yeah,
figured
yeah.
if I fell off the boat and had to go back to shore, I just like wait till I sink down and then hop back up, and then like do it that way all the way until I get back to shore.
That was a real Florida
Yeah.
man, though. We were in this like massive line of traffic, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
was just like, fuck this!" Just fucking turned out, overtook a bunch of cars, drove the wrong way, and just kept going, and was like snaked in behind like a boat, and then we saw another car like just like fucking like rip it across the grass.
Matt's a lot of fun to travel with, man.
Dude, Matt is a great driver as well. He was doing such great driving in Miami, just like
Yeah, yeah.
evasive maneuvers.
and honking at
So
everybody,
sick.
calling them assholes.
Well, maybe it was all that time in Colombia really trained him because, like,
That's what I
probably
think.
some other
Yeah,
countries, there's a
yeah.
lot of weaving
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, and it's a good skill. It's a
Yeah.
good skill to have. I think like having a manual transmission is useful for that as well.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
like you can kind of control the car. Whereas here it's just like grid.
It really is
system.
like a remarkable amount of like multitasking.
Yeah.
You have to look there. You have to do this. You have to
Yeah,
like
yeah,
stop it. It's
Yeah.
Your brain has to be like fucking going crazy to
Yeah.
to get out of that whole weird situation.
There's some people who are very good at driving cars as well, like Jared Mitchell, great example of a good car driver. Robbie
Yeah, yeah.
Stevenson as well, also a
Oh.
very good car driver. And I think it's like Thomas Org as well. And I think there's
I was
a
a great car
connection.
driver.
It's so funny.
I noticed I was the best
like
at my driving when I was driving when it was reckless.
Yeah, yeah.
When it was like reckless, It was good.
But like,
You just named 3 people with severe mental illness.
and that's my point. That's exactly my point.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the
Crazier you are,
yeah,
the better driver
I think
you
the
are.
schizophrenia. I think the voices in your head work as almost like, you know, motion.
None of them want to die.
Motion
Look out!
Jeff in the
They're
side
all
of your
yelling
head,
at you. Yeah.
Lee, you're not watching.
Like it's great to have like a little like parking sensor that goes beep 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 beep.
Right.
But what if you have 12 demons?
Yeah.
In your
You
head.
know,
yeah.
3
As
in the front,
passengers in your head. Yeah.
4 across the middle, 3 in the back. I'm not sure if the map lines up, but you know, you got a lot of
Yeah,
demons looking out for you.
Byakugan. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
There's a video that I had posted years ago of me
Uh-huh.
like crazy driving in Toronto with my like peeing in a bag. So while I'm pissing, you can see like my fucking dick neck, like just like
Your shaft.
my shaft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm just like fucking driving, but I'm enjoying my piss so good. And
What kind of-
I will admit I was drunk in that footage.
I mean,
driving, peeing in a bag downtown.
that was what kind of bag?
It was like some gold bag. I don't know.
It's just everyone-
It was a gold colored bag.
That's a sick question.
Yeah.
His girlfriend's
Asking
purse.
the kind of bag.
What kind
Well, I'm thinking, like, is it a Ziploc or is it like?
It doesn't matter.
valid-
It's a
valid
bag.
question.
grocery bag?
It's a sick question.
If it's like a carrier bag, that's different to a Ziploc.
It was a paper bag.
It's seeping through.
It was my lunch bag.
It was a vomit bag. It was your girlfriend's purse.
Yeah, dude.
No, but there's something about like remember this is all men driving, right? Like I had a gay friend that was like he would be so impatient, but he was a safe and aggressive, pissed off driver. Now we have crazy people that we're talking about that are like
Yeah.
driving good,
No, they were still safe.
aggressive, safe. Yeah.
Still safe.
I don't feel unsafe. I've been in the car with all 3 of them, and it's fine. Yeah, they're just driving.
Have you been in the car with Zorg?
Yes,
before?
when someone was watching.
Were they actually watching, or was this just
No. When someone was pulling up around him, we were in a car. We were in his
'cause
pickup.
There
and
was a
something
time
weird happened.
when
yeah, I've been
Zorg
in the car
was
with him.
driving, and it was Zorg was he was driving. Dimitri was in the front seat wearing like a Make America Great Again hat. Matt Baxter was in the other passenger seat, and for whatever reason, we're driving to Oshawa, and this car like suddenly pulled out across like the dual carriageway.
Zog's driving.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Zorg's driving, and he
Left Wing Comics would rejoice if that car got into a crash. They all died.
right.
Sorry, he's weaving. Sorry,
They would. They
He
would.
just he had a very split second reaction to the gang stalker that was from Caesar's that was trying to kill us
Right.
because he knew that we're on the way to like spread truth to the people of Oshawa.
So obviously, put a stop to it.
Yeah, they were like, you know, send a guy to crash into this car, but luckily, you know, God looked after us.
God prevailed.
Yeah. Hell yeah. No,
Same guy, same angel that you know helped Trump avoid the.
yeah, right.
the-
The
oh,
angel,
the
yeah,
angel.
the
Yeah.
angel.
Same guy. It was
same angel.
yeah, same angel.
Gabriel.
Gabriel, yeah.
I've been on the opposite end where it was a completely sane person. I guess you would maybe someone would argue it wasn't. I think I told you this story before, but there was a comic who used to do comedy in the city. He moved away, but he drove me to a show, and we were going down Bloor, and he thought some cab driver cut him off,
What?
and then he just started following him, racing behind him, and then I was telling somebody this just
What was
today.
his name? Sean
Gilchrist.
Sean Gilchrist. Yeah.
He put his window down, and then as he's driving and following this guy, he gets next to him, and then he reaches into his like center console or
holder,
whatever,
like the-
and he
Pennies?
finds a broken up candy cane,
Yeah.
and then he
Oh.
starts banging it, and then he finds change, and he's throwing
Yeah.
like pennies
Yeah.
at his car, and I'm there, I'm like. Do I want to get to the groove bar this bad?
You see, that's why you got to drive with crazy people, because crazy people don't do that because
No,
they're
you're
like,
right, yeah.
I can't get pulled over. There's no way. There's no way I'm getting pulled over.
All the AR-15s in my truck.
You know what's crazy? He took a call And the guy was like trying to sell him like AK-47s.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
put the phone down. What are you talking? Like, what are you? So, how many you got? 4? It was like indulging him, like you'd like indulge like a you know, oh, do you want to clean your
your rain gutters,
duct cleaning or whatever.
Yeah.
Like he was like engaging it, and I was like, put the phone down. That's crazy.
That's so funny. That also, and I understand why. But your biggest problem, a guy called him and says, "I have AK-47s," and you're like, "Hey, listen, it's dangerous to drive, and call that guy back later."
No, I said that was the biggest danger. I was like, obviously this is like some setup.
Yeah.
This is a cop.
That's a setup. Yeah,
He's trying to get you to like obvious entrapment. But that's the thing with crazy people. They're great at like tasks like driving, but when it comes to like
Daily
not
life.
getting entrapped,
Right.
no idea. Not
Yeah,
staying
because it
out of
doesn't
trouble.
occur to them that
Someone
be-
might. They're
Yeah.
not the smartest person in the world.
Right. Yeah.
They're like, oh, well, I'm so smart.
I once had 4 cop cars show up to my house looking for me.
4?
Yeah.
4. Yeah, it was insane.
4.
I got a phone call from my mom. I was at the Shark's house.
Yeah.
And she's calling me like freaking out because even like an undercover squad car came to the house because we were like filming some project. It was like a gangster movie.
Yeah.
And it was 2 cars, and on our way like to the location, we were like pretend shooting at
Oh
each
my god.
so people saw that and all the cops and got the license plate or whatever.
That's amazing.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Could you imagine
Nothing
the
happened.
cops stop, go to your mom's house first? And where is he? Oh, he's at El Tiburon's
El
house.
Tiburon. That's a sick gangster name.
You should call him that from now
El
on.
Tiburon.
El Tiburon.
How the fuck do you know that? That's so great.
Oh, my brother used to have a Tiburon car. The car.
I actually do want to meet up with him in Coburg. to have a beer.
Yeah.
Give me his number. He's a good dude.
You know what? I'm gonna be very honest with you. I'm gonna text him
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
Can
that's
I
fair.
give Lee?
Yeah, that's fair.
No. He might come for a hangout. I don't know. He's really busy right now because he's got 2 little girls, but he might.
Yeah.
Yeah. Coburg's cool. Coburg's got a good spot. So how did when the trip was done? When the trip was, you had all your fun and your crazy moments, whatever. Were you thinking like, oh, I could do this for another week, or you're like, I got to go home? It's too much craziness.
It wasn't the crazy. I was just like exhausted. I don't know if it was the cocaine, but I was. I mean the.
There was no cocaine in that.
There was no cocaine in there. It was all fentanyl.
It was.
Lee just did fentanyl for a week.
I don't know.
It was hilariously bad. How bad?
You think it was like baking powder? Like realistically,
I think it was just so funny how bad it was. Comically bad.
Comically
You know what was funny? The funniest thing was they were just obsessing about like, oh, where do we get it? Where do we get it? I was like, just chill out. Let's just chill
We're having
out.
fun.
Ask someone normally in a normal place.
We were
Don't get
fiending.
it.
Yeah.
Don't get it off the fucking like the black guys on the like beachfront. Like that's the one
Right,
place
yeah,
that you
yeah.
That's
don't
exactly
get it.
what we did.
That's the version
Twice
of like,
though, twice because he lost the first bag and then went to some others and then got another one and like just
I think you guys mentioned that in the podcast too
Yeah.
about losing a bag of cocaine.
so he bought it twice and it was
He bought baking soda twice.
It was the most expensive baking powder I've ever had.
I'm here for more baking.
but it's like so funny because like that's what you get when you put so much hope into
Yeah,
into getting
you're
it.
right,
Like,
you're right.
you just kind of deserve it and thank God Shah was praying
I
'cause
was,
otherwise we
believe
would've
me,
gone-
I was like, good.
Yeah, good.
I was like,
yeah.
good. I'm sure that wasn't good for you, like, honestly.
Probably no fentanyl in it.
Yeah,
though. But yeah, we're going to
something
watch
like
the
that.
Marlins game on July the 4th, but we were too hungover. We slept in.
okay, yeah.
So then we went to watch it on July the 5th, and just no one was there. Like the tickets were so cheap, the booking fee was more than the ticket.
Oh, really?
Just but we got to like go down
Yeah.
to. We sat behind one of the like GMs or something. It was kind of interesting. People kept coming up to him and like shaking his hand like he was a mob boss. He was just like
Yeah.
the big Marlins guy.
Mob boss of the
Miami
sold,
Marlins.
the worst sold stadium.
I'm sure it was popping on July the 4th.
That's
but
true, yeah.
we missed it.
Yeah,
But we
yeah,
did
yeah.
watch the Copa America, which was kind of fun.
Oh yeah.
A lot of Colombians in Miami.
Yeah, what's it's like Colombians and Cubans everywhere. I
Yeah, I
imagine.
just saw a lot of Colombian shirts. Very few Argentine shirts, a couple Brazilian shirts, but mostly Colombian football shirts.
Yeah. Miami's an interesting place. They have, they're not like diverse the way like Toronto or London or New York is,
Yeah.
but they have a few types of people a lot.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Latin America.
Yeah.
Everyone in Latin America, the Caribbean, so they have like
Oh yeah,
they
true.
have Jamaicans, Trinis,
Yeah, right.
Guyanese, stuff like that, and then Latin Americans and I don't know other stuff I guess, but
It was
that's
a
for
cool
the most
place.
part.
I really enjoyed it.
I like Florida. I think Florida's a fucking great
It's
state.
fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Like I've been
It's a lot of
to. I was in Miami as a kid. I have to go like as an older person, but like I fucking love Tampa. Tampa's
Yeah.
a great
Oh.
place.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I also like cigars, so like you can
Interesting.
get like cheap cigars.
I
I
might be
assume in
going
Miami too.
Tampa in February. Actually.
God willing.
Yeah, you should go. It's great. It's not like fucking excitement or whatever, but it was like a good relaxed
Is it like
time.
trashy? Is it like that kind of?
There's trashy parts,
Yeah.
and then there's like great parts. Like they have the
think I'd
fucking
like it.
Cuban areas, and then they have a college bar scene, which is like not
Yeah.
trashy. It's cool. It's like it's just a strip where you can just they're mostly like outside bars, and you just do a beer and then go down the street do another beer.
Oh, I love
and
that.
stuff. Yeah.
Damn, we got to go there. We're got to go Tampa.
And there's a comedy club there. You can technically like go like whatever. Watch
Interesting.
comedy. I think they get good acts. Yeah. But I just like Tampa. It was like relaxing. I like Cubans. They're
Yeah.
cool. I think top besides their country, top tier.
I've got James Thomason's dad's address as well, so you can go and hit him up in Sarasota.
Destin.
Is he anything like his son?
You
don't know, but-
He's more racist, so it would be
How is
fun.
that possible? Shout out James Thomason, who's doing big things in New York.
Is he?
No.
I don't know. I don't know. You never know.
You finished? You want to?
As much as like, of course, there's a people you like are gonna make it more than other people because of like the sport or whatever. You still never. Some people make it famous or somewhat famous in the comedy game, and like you wouldn't expect it, but they just do it.
Well, like what I noticed, like if you do make it famous in comedy, it's very temporary.
Yeah,
It's very temporary. Like even like the big ones that you like want to name right now, like but what about this guy? It's like but no one's talking about him.
No,
You know what I
it's
mean?
true.
Like you could be a draw, but you're not like really famous anymore. Like you're still like, an exciting person to see, but it's like that. I think fame that has a lot to do with. Oh my God! It's almost like seeing like the missing link. You're like, oh my God, there's that guy, and you lose your mind. That's so temporary. And I think everybody in comedy thinks that reaction towards them once they have, is always gonna last. Like they don't look at it like this is gonna fade, and I got to keep getting on stage and performing and doing better material. The life of a comedian is a really shitty, empty,
shitty.
vacuous, stupid one.
Yeah.
That's why I can't wait to just
Quit. You know what? This is probably why one of the reasons I'll never make it, besides being like a shitty hack.
Yep.
Is the yep was too fast.
Sorry. Everything in my body did that.
From his non-ashy ankles all the way up.
Yeah.
But it's also that I know I don't have the drive. In that I've thought about like the day I just quit, in the sense that I just decided in my head, maybe I'll go out like once a month, maybe, but I don't really care anymore. That feels relieving. It feels like a nice moment I'll reach in my life.
I was sick of it. I kind of quit.
Yeah.
It's boring.
It's a bad lifestyle. The
nights.
people are bad.
Late nights.
Like
yeah,
late
the people
night-
the
are.
majority of the people that own
Yeah.
and like have the power are bad. Like
They're
I just saw
garbage.
like a New York magazine list of comics to watch, and it's all just like social justice crap. To be honest, right? I know what it is.
Yeah.
It's like
it's crazy how they're still kind of
it's like racial
pushing
social
that. And
justice
the-
people.
And the
It's
reality
not
of
good.
like the mainstream publications versus like who actually is selling out tours is just so
They don't
different.
talk
and
about.
Yeah.
They won't
the
talk
people
about.
you have to deal with, and like I'm just not into it. I'm in the music business now.
You're in the music business
I'm
now?
in the music
Wow.
business now.
Oh!
I'm directing music videos.
Which we do have to mention
Yeah.
Jared's new song and video,
Yeah.
right?
Cat Mom.
Jared strummed out
Cat
this tune,
Mom.
yeah, and I
Cat
was
Mom.
like, "That's a #1 record."
And he has the voice of like a guy who searches for musical talent. He's like, "You're going to be big. I see you."
We're in the
I
music
just read-
industry now.
Lewis does look like one of the like that
sleazy,
guy.
like-
He
like
doesn't
sort
look
of
like
like
that guy, but
manager.
he looks like the type of guy that screws over the Backstreet
Yes.
Boys. You know what I mean? Like that guy looks like a
TLC,
fat,
yeah,
taller guy,
yeah.
but like you know.
I'm representing Dirty Jerdy,
Dirty
aka Jared Mitchell in his endeavors. It's going well. We're gonna make some interesting stuff. He's got a bunch of great songs though.
No, the songs are good. They're great.
So we're
Very fun.
shooting videos for them. Cat Mom's going to be the first single.
Cat Mom. Yeah.
He's just finished recording it today, and the video is pretty much like there. So probably like next episode, you could like link it.
Like okay, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I think that's the
video
the way to
stuff
go.
is like a bit more interesting to me now than like going up and like because I just can't do mics. I've already burnt every bridge of like producers. They don't want to put me on shit, and I try and go to open mics, but you know you like
That's not the same as back in the day too.
but you're like 30 on the list, and
Yeah.
I got work at like I have to be up at like 6. I can't do it. I just don't have the time for it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I realized like there's also like this. You have to have some self-esteem or something like that to like also not deal with being 30th on list.
Yeah, right.
Like I was at a show last night. Not to shit on because they've been good to me in general, but I was at a show last night, and you guys will know when I explain what was done. Is I was there, and someone's like, "Hey, you want to go double on stage with somebody else?" Right? And
Back room.
Yeah. And it's cool, and I get it. They were just trying to work it. Is this dead? They were trying to work it out, and that's cool because they're trying to fit you on. I get the mentality, but I remember the 2 comics they tried to set up to like go double with me. That one, he just wanted to go home. He's like, nah, I'll just go home. But then the other one, he's like, no, you know what? Just give Sanker the time or whatever. It was real nice. And then I walked up to him later. I'm like, I don't want you to miss it. Like, if you want to go up with me, I don't care.
Yeah.
Right? And he goes, man, I don't want you to do it because once you do it, they put you in that category of doing that.
Oh.
And he's like, you need to say no next time. And it was like really good advice, but it made me realize like that's what comedy is.
You got to
like,
say no to P Diddy, man.
Yeah.
You got to say no. He's going to want to party. Well, if he's willing to do this, I guess we can get him to do.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And
some
who's,
other
run-
thing.
and
Then
who's
you're
running
bad
this
boy for
club,
life, yeah.
guys? Who's running this club? Ask yourself that question.
Jews.
2 for 1.
Yeah, I don't know, but
2
it's
for 1.
It's the comedy game is hard. I'm not giving up yet, but I there's
He sounds like a real guy. He sounds like a cool guy. I was going to say the real N word, but I shouldn't say that.
we've stepped away from that.
Stepped away from it at the last minute.
No, but like even myself, like I'm getting interested in like just doing. I'm gonna do comedy and whatever, but I want to do other stuff. Like I would want to do the cannibal movie or
Yeah,
whatever.
that'd be fun.
I want to get into like
Cannibal
Like-
movie.
like
Explain that.
documentaries.
Oh yeah,
You
we
gonna
want to
do a
do
cannibal
we
movie?
want to do a project called
Documentaries,
we want to do
yeah.
a project called Cannibal Pizza Party.
It's a movie he wrote a long time ago. We just want to
Okay.
rewrite it and
It's
Interesting.
just
you
a horror
should.
comedy
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's interesting that you say you want to like do like documentaries and stuff. Because
Yeah.
I just like film random bits of like
Yeah.
Jared like acting crazy, like him just like lying in the gutter like smoking a cigarette.
yeah.
Just like fun stuff like that. So I'm gonna put some stuff together to like make it more interesting because he's like a musician.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
like
yeah.
he's like a real artist.
An
Not like-
artist, yeah.
Not like a comic. He's a real artist. He's actually doing
It's
something
not
that
art.
has like people actually like the Catman video, the song even. I'm playing it to girls in my office. I played them the Catman video and they were like, "This song's about me."
Oh yeah,
But they
yeah.
love
All those
it.
girls. Yeah.
It's like because it's not.
I feel seen.
It's not too derogatory. It's like endearing. He's
Right,
talking
right, right.
about cat mums. He's talking about like them taking antidepressants and like being vapid. But it's very endearing, and that's
Right,
what the
right,
clever
right.
thing about
He's
the
not making
songs.
fun
It's
of
like
them.
it has
is,
like a
but-
humor to it, but it's not like. it's not too mean.
Right.
So
I
like
get
people
you.
vibe with
Yeah.
it in an honest way.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's what interests me at the minute. Like I'm actually making like, videos and visuals and that for I'm in the music industry. 24-hour party people.
Well,
I've just been very interested lately in having sex with my new girlfriend.
that's the Lee formula is do comedy for a few years,
Yeah.
fall in
Disappear.
love, disappear.
Yeah.
Get sexy
Yeah.
and then reap the benefits.
Yeah.
Yeah, his girl picked him up from the airport.
Yeah.
This one now picked
And
up from
she got him a chicken sandwich.
She got me a
Wow.
fucking chicken
Oh,
sandwich.
She's a sweetheart.
she's a
dude.
keeper.
She's a keeper.
Yeah, she's
Keeper.
great, man.
But she was demonstrating such value. She was like, look at me, Lee. Look at me.
I buy chicken sandwiches.
She's terrific.
She
Yeah.
she
Shout out to my
sorted
girlfriend.
us out. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. She's amazing.
but
But that's like the
Yeah,
one
yeah.
true trajectory as a comic. Get good, get funny, quit comedy, and then have sex.
get good and then quit.
I think I skipped those two first steps.
Yeah. You just had a lot of sex. Have sex.
have sex.
Have
Go
sex.
to Miami. Do cool stuff, and
My
don't
girl-
even worry about getting on stage with some other guy who's like embarrassed
Oh god.
to be part of it, because it's so demeaning. Like I do comedy more if it wasn't such a fucking like stupid like gay, even like the edgy clubs. Even the owners
they're getting
Yeah,
gayer
yeah.
and
He's
gayer.
a fucking fag. Like I went there and I was like, hey, could I get the comics discount on the drink?
Yeah.
Because I want to drink 10 of them. I don't want to pay like $11.
Yeah.
I want to pay $7. And he was just being such a little fag about it. And I'm just like, all right, how about I just leave and never come back?
Yeah.
Like, how about I just go? Like,
I'll say something funny. My girlfriend said, we were talking. I don't
believe
know
you.
how like it got to it, but we talked about the women that I've been with
Yeah.
and how many. And then she goes like something with your communal cock that you share with everybody. Communal cock.
I wish we could name that episode. This episode
Communal
communal
cock.
cock, but can't
I
put
like
cock.
Lee's bees.
Lee's bees.
Bees.
Lee's bees.
Communal cock is
Is a close second.
I like that.
Communal cock.
Well, we're actually at the
communist cock.
We're at the end of the episode, so
Yeah.
just to repeat, check out Cat Mom, which is coming out soon.
Yeah, probably out by the time this is out, I hope.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
sick.
so
Send
yeah,
us
if you
the-
just check out Camp. Either way, just check out Jared Mitchell, I guess, online
at Dirty Jerdy,
Yeah.
JERDI.
and Shar, you getting back into your podcasting.
I will probably start writing soon.
Pang Stars. PANG.
I will probably start writing
STAR.
soon.
writing.
Interesting.
So
What are you
check out-
writing?
Oh, well, because I'm taking a biblical counseling course.
I didn't authorize this.
Well, I have to ask you. I still have. No, he didn't authorize it. It's just, not yet. Not
I've
yet.
never seen her pick up
Not
a pen.
yet.
You can
Not
spell.
Yet. Not yet.
Okay, but you gotta write in English. You can't write all this like
I don't
squiggly.
speak anything other than English. I only speak English. I only
good,
speak
'cause-
the Queen's English.
Because what are you writing? The only thing I want you writing is a list down to go to the groceries.
There's a grocery list.
A list of things. No, because I had.
things to buy food.
Thank you for listening.
No, check out her writing and Pang Start. What'd you say?
I'm
Yeah, yeah.
repudiating the New Age because I'm taking a biblical counseling course at John MacArthur's church, which is like $80. Praise the Lord. And because I was so deep in New Age, I'm literally gonna write like articles like telling you why like it's just wrong and demonic and evil and like fucked up and wrong.
Don't
This
read my
is
wife's
wrong.
work. Stay away from my wife, please.
Thanks for listening.